Good evening, Codger Biker here, and today Dr. John and myself were fortunate enough to be invited to the Triumph Tiger 900 experience. Thank you. I don't know if you're like me, but I absolutely love to see a new bike in the flesh. They never quite seem like the things you've seen on the television or YouTube or a magazine. This one I was quite surprised by. It's the rally version, and I expected it to be much higher, but it's a nice sized bike, and I was pleasantly surprised as somebody who's obsessed with low centre of gravity and seat height. This was the taller version, and John and I both agreed that we'd have no problem riding this around. Another thing we both liked was the adjustable screen, one-handed on the lever. Excellent. Another thing Triumph should be applauded for is the GTlok. They've produced an adventure bike with a seat height of I think 760mm, and it felt like sitting on an old-fashioned road bike. So great for those who want to go adventure riding but have shorter legs. We were requested not to record the actual presentation itself, so I didn't record that. My main impressions of that were that they've put a lot of thought into making the bike lower but with ground clearance, lighter with a low centre of gravity, and basically just improving the old bike in every way they can. Things that stood out in my mind, one is that they use what they call a Siamese Liner, which looked very thin for 3 cylinders, and I wondered how that would cope with the heat, but they showed graphs which seemed to indicate it would cope with the heat better than the previous engine. And the other one was that I really liked the screen with the one-handed lift up and down, but there was no room there for a SatNav in the position where I like it, above the speedo. But they assured me that Google Maps and the turn-by-turn was good enough. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think you'd still need a SatNav at times on your handlebars, just from personal experience. Turn-by-turn's good for most of the time, but sometimes you need a dedicated SatNav. Apart from that, I thought they covered everything. John and I were both really surprised by how much we liked the Rally Pro. The suspension felt really soft and settled down when you sat on it. Obviously that could be adjusted for the road, and it didn't feel too top heavy, but of course that's without the 20 litres of fuel in it. I suspect it might be a different story. However, it felt light, and it certainly didn't feel too tall, which surprised me. That's my surprise face. Here is the GT Pro, the bike John's come to look at particularly, I think. This one's equipped with Jivy luggage, which I particularly not that keen on. I wouldn't have a bike with all that on it. I'd go for soft luggage, but it is designed for the bike, and they did make a big play about that. I think the idea is plenty of accessories available from the get-go. We'll see. They did mention as well that it will have the 3 words navigation system, which I hadn't known before I came today, so it was worth going just to find out about that. I've used 3 words before, and it's good to see that it's going to be included in a motorbike navigation system. You can see here that it's a great bike for me. It's about the right height, and I can even ride it while holding a carrier bag of GoPro batteries. Of course I have to test the Stylemo brakes, which were excellent, and probably one of the best features about that bike, I think, the braking system. Back to the rally version, you can see that the foot pegs fold, the brake pedal folds. I like the brake pedal on that bike, I must admit. Good to see that the gear lever folds, as well as the foot peg.
John's sitting on the rally.
Both John and I would like to thank Triumph for inviting us, and we really can't wait to go and do a test ride at some point. Shouldn't be too long, we hope.
You'll be riding one soon.
Thanks for watching. There is some footage of the museum as well, but I'll probably put that in another film. It'll only be a few minutes. for those who are interested in that aspect. Codger Biker is out.